Hi everybody, this is Sarah from Serenity. Today's video is the March 2021 astrology for Gemini natives. This is Sun, Moon, and Rising sign in Gemini. Today I'll be using the traditional Rider-Waite deck and also drawing an additional card from the Crystal Spirits Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed to show which crystal would be the most beneficial for you to work with in the month of March. You can always find out more about the decks I use and other videos in the description box below. I've also added a timestamp to this video if you want to jump ahead. We're going to briefly touch on the astrology for the month, and then we're going to go straight into a card reading. And this is my take on the astrology and the tarot, and because of this, it may not resonate with everyone. And that's okay. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries, just pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. We have a lot of interesting things happening in March. Probably the most positive is the fact that there are no planets in retrograde in March 2021. So that's a nice change. February, we were in your home planet of Mercury in retrograde, and then we have the shadow, of course, afterwards. But other than that, it's pretty much smooth sailing. We have the new moon on March the 13th, which will definitely change up the energy as well. We have the spring equinox on March the 20th, and I will be doing a long distance energy activation for the equinox, and I'll put some information about that probably in another video. But you can always go to the website and read about it too. So like I say, we have a lot happening. If you really want to catch up on the astrology, I suggest that you watch this video, link above and below, the Pisces season video, which pretty much breaks down the astrology for the month and gives you an idea of what we can expect with these changing energies. It looks like March is going to be a really good month for you. The confusion of February is lifting. You feel like you can see your way now forward. You will be the recipient of some clarity, and things will become much clearer in a way where you're not having to guess or to run around putting out fires trying to decide which is the best route to take or which job to take or whether you should move house. The confusion is gone. Also, it looks like you're going to be a little bit more social in March and in April as well. Love is picking up. Social get-togethers are picking up. We see that type of shift. It's really been tough for you. Gemini is a very social sign. Being in quarantine for a little while was okay. You had many projects going on that you kept yourself busy with. But here we are a year later, and it seems like you've been in prison. It's not over, but things are shifting. And we also see you planning some small trips, mostly day trips, nothing big, but you are also getting a handle on where you want to be at this time next year. You are also once again thinking about big trips, international travel, and of course it's not going to happen tomorrow, but it doesn't hurt to start researching and putting these plans out to the universe for, say, December or January 22 travel, especially for some of the big trips. So do I see it likely? Yes, I do. I think that, the bigger trips are still a ways out, but I do think you will end up going and enjoying yourself. So we have, some changes coming, and you'll see as we go further into the year how the energy begins shifting for you in some unexpected ways. Let's see what the cards have to say. Let me shuffle really quickly, and the first card will be what you're bringing forward from February into March. Oh, nice. The Five of Cups. This is a nice card. It relates to childhood or simple pleasures. Spending time with family, focusing on the good, not stressing over life, coming to terms with maybe the fact that you didn't get a new car this year, or you didn't get to go on that luxury vacation in January, but coming to terms with it and knowing that it's okay because things are going to work out. So this is a much more balanced place than you've been in a while. You do have the optimism back, and you do feel more like things are going to work out, like you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So this is a really good place to be, and as we begin March, this energy will definitely be an asset for you. I think too that the simple pleasures and understanding what's really important have been a big shift for you. Gemini is a very scholarly sign. You love people and you love activity, but you also love knowledge, and you love hobbies, you love learning language, you just love travel, you love everything. everything that's really engaging, from technology to travel. The beginning of the pandemic wasn't that bad. You were able to catch up on some of those projects and maybe even learn some new skills. But like I say, a year later, you're kind of over it. You've gone the full gambit from it being okay to it being horrible to coming back into balance and finding peace with it. So like I say, this is a really good place to be, and this is a very good card in this placement. So let me shuffle, and we're going to draw your biggest obstacle for March. The Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands basically is the image of a victory parade, if you will. The celebrated leader is riding back victorious from the battle. The good news is you won the battle. The bad news is the war is not over. So there will be more complications later on in the month of March. As an obstacle, we're looking at things being easier on the one hand, yes, hallelujah, but remembering that you will need to continue on as a group effort. You'll need to continue working with the people around you, and that all of the success that you're going to be achieving, possibly in March, will be a group effort. This card highlights also the desire to break free from a stagnant career path. So are you staying in a job that keeps you safe in your comfort zone, doesn't require a lot of innovation, is something you can basically do in your sleep? Yeah, it may be time to look at this and really reassess if you're moving in the right direction. You have to move out of the safety zone if you want to grow authentically. Is now the right time to do it? Well, we are in a pandemic and a global recession, so perhaps not. But that doesn't mean you can't start thinking about what your ideal job would be. And so that's kind of the way I see this card as an obstacle. Remembering too that to grow, you have to move out of your comfort zone. This card's not about jumping out there tomorrow and starting a new business or quitting your job and becoming a Sherpa or something, but it's about recognizing the fact that if we play it small, we stay small. Yeah, I think this could translate into a brand new direction once you understand your ambitions, set some new goals. So not a bad card at all. So things look pretty positive for you. Enjoy your victories now. So let's draw the next card, your biggest asset going into March, Gemini. The Knight of Cups. So the knights always signify a message or the coming and going of something that's very important or dear to you. This knight is one of the most charming. He's very diplomatic, he's very well-mannered, and he is someone that you can count on. The news that he brings will be a surprise invitation, which is going to have a certain emotional benefit for you. This invitation will open a new creative chapter into your life. Get ready. And know that as an asset for the month, this is some big stuff. It may not seem like it at the time when you do receive the invitation, but this could clearly shift the path that you're on and get you closer to some of those more ambitious goals. But the caveat in this is you have to have set the goals to begin with. So if you haven't really sat down and thought about what you would like to accomplish this year, don't worry about trying to make things logical. Just dream and dream big, and let the universe then take care of the rest and bring in what you need. So yeah, I think this is a really good card. This invitation will definitely be something that will be a surprise, but it will also be something that definitely opens up many doors for you. Okay, so let me shuffle and we will take a look at your home life. The Eight of Wands. I call this card the taken away and held for ransom card. But it really isn't a surprise seeing this card, is it? You've been feeling trapped. You've been feeling kidnapped, imprisoned. You're ready to travel. You're ready to see your friends. You're ready to get back to your social life. You're ready to go to concerts and films and just be free again. And you feel like you're a prisoner. And things haven't been really that great at home the last several months. This feeling of helplessness, though, of being imprisoned and everything out of your control, isn't actually making the situation any better. It's kind of pushing you to whine about things. This feeling of helplessness, of course, is something that we've all gone through on this roller coaster ride. So you're not alone, and I am by no means picking on you. For a Gemini, your home is not your castle. It's a nice place to go where you want to be comfortable, but it's also a place that you use kind of like a hotel while traveling. You don't go to spend most of your time there. It's some place you pick up your mail, change clothes, and leave. Being trapped during the quarantine has been a lot. It's been tough. It's been tough at home. By focusing on this feeling of helplessness, you haven't really helped the situation. It's time to find positive ways to distract yourself and focus on what's working in your life and not look at the negative and make that the big takeaway from this. After the 20th of March, your social life is going to open up. Things are going to get easier. Now, will it go back to normal? No, not in March and not in April. But every little bit of freedom that you do get will feel like a breath of spring. So stay the course and know that things are getting better. So yeah, it's your home life has been tough, but things are shifting in your favor. Let me draw the next card, which will be your love life, and I'll break it between single and partner Geminis. The Knight of Pentacles, another messenger coming forward. For single Geminis, the message is March will be a much busier month for you. You're shifting your focus away from money and career, and you're ready to date again. Things are looking up too because your social life is growing. You're meeting new people online, and as things open back up, you see that there is still a way to have some freedom and to get out to really take advantage of the better weather as well. The last week of March, you'll find yourself busy. Social activities will be encouraged by Venus and the Sun. Chances are good that there will be a love prospect out there too, with possibly a deeper connection. Last week of the month or the first 2 weeks of April, you'll see a big shift there with your love life. So stay the course and stay positive. Things are shifting in your favor. This card is very interesting too because this is about hardworking, being steady, going slow, but moving forward. And Gemini likes to move quickly. This is another lesson too about we can't rush things. This knight has the patience to accomplish what he sets out to do. And that's something that you can apply to your love life as well. Partner Gemini. Day-to-day life has been wearing on you. It seems like the daily tasks and the responsibilities are never ending, and you're growing tired of the repetition. But stay the course. This is how you prove to your partner that you are serious. Commit to your relationship and show your partner they can count on you. This will be a much better month for you and your partner. Communication will flow again, and you will find much more in common as things ease up and you can start taking little day trips and maybe going out for coffee and things like that. Will everything be resolved? No, it won't be, but it's a step in the right direction. Okay, so the last card is the outcome, and actually I'll draw one more card after this for the crystal. The last tarot card is the outcome. The Lovers. Okay, this is a good card in a good placement. And of course, it does mean love and lovers, but it also means harmony, relationships, choices, and figuring out what you actually stand for or what your philosophy is. Let's be honest, you've gone through hell the last year, and now you're ready to decide what is and what is not essential to you. If we look back at all the cards that we've seen, we see this kind of as a reoccurring theme, don't we? That there's been some ups and downs, and that you're chomping at the bit, so to speak, to get out there and to do something. And March is when you start seeing some changes and you start experiencing more freedom. So this card would point to that too. It's time for you to really decide what's important to you, and when you do, the universe will, of course, work to bring it forward. But the consequences of the last year, what was important and what needed your time and attention, and what was just busy work or distractions. This has been a really good time for learning who you are and how to be authentic. It's a good card and a good placement. I think the end of the month is going to find you feeling more like yourself and more empowered. You're going to be more focused, and you're going to be having more fun. Your optimism returns and things just flow better. Overall, I'd say this was a very good reading. There was only one major card, the last one, the Lovers. So everything is within your hands. So if you continue on the path you're on now, things will, in fact, shift in your favor. This will be a better month. None of this looks to be really predestined, not like you're going through a karmatic shift or anything like that. So that's really positive as well. Okay, let me draw the last card, which will be from the Crystal Oracle deck. Let me shuffle really quickly. Oh, nice, nice. Black tourmaline. This is a nice card. And a nice stone, too. This is a stone a lot of people have in their collection as well. This stone represents, of course, grounding, getting balanced, putting a shield up to dispel negativity. So this would be a good stone for you to work with, meditate, or wear during the month of March to help ground your energies and keep you from floating off in all the excitement of the new travel possibilities and this growing social circle. Tourmaline can be expensive, but you can find small chips or small pieces online, tumbled or raw, for not much money. Of course, I would say too, be sure and support local businesses, local small businesses if you can, because they're struggling right now. So if you have a crystal shop close to you, be sure and try there first before you start buying on Amazon. Not that we don't love Amazon, but help your friends. Help your neighbors. So yeah, Gemini, I would say this is a very good month for you. Things are shifting in your favor. We see the sun coming out and spring is happening. And we see a return to the spring-like energy of optimism and enthusiasm. Your love life looks good. Your health is better. Your career is at that point where you probably need to decide what you want to do with it. But maybe not make any big changes just yet, but get clear on what you want to commit to. So yeah, everything looks good for you, Gemini. About time, right? Okay, I hope you enjoyed this little mini reading. If you would like to know more, you can always find me at Serenity, or you can email me and I'll put my information up here. Go out there and enjoy March. And leave me a comment, okay? Once again, guys, if you haven't, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed this and want more content, why not become a patron? Stay tuned for the next video. Reiki blessings!